frequency of patrols. Patrols to be stepped up, especially in port. Access of all visitors to be strictly controlled, especially to the bridge and engine room. Rig overside lighting. Security level 3 is termed exceptional. This requires further security measures for a limited time when an incident is probable or imminent. All spaces, including off-duty crew lockers, to be searched. All stores and deliveries checked prior to acceptance.
Okay, gentlemen, the ship now is approaching piratical waters. As you know,
Crew briefed on seriousness of the situation and requirement for vigilance. Patrols of the vessel to be intensified if possible. Possibly suspending embarkation and disembarkation, halting cargo operations and the delivery of stores. At security level 3, the port state control authorities may take control of the situation. The measures applying to your vessel for the 3 different levels of security are set out in the ship's security plan. They are there for your protection, and they can help deter those with criminal intent. It is essential that details of the plan itself are restricted to those who need to know. Control the flow of information and restrict knowledge of the cargo to as few people as possible. Routine defensive measures should include lock internal and external hatches, close hawse pipe covers. If time allows, open and inspect unsealed containers, especially those with soft tops. Report any suspicious activity to the ship security officer.
Increasing the level of surveillance, vigilance during the hours of darkness by posting additional lookouts and having more frequent surveillance of radar or continuous surveillance of radar on low ranges at night to detect the approach of small craft to the vessel during the hours of darkness.
In areas of high risk of piracy, it may be advisable to anchor offshore during the day or overnight, or to sail continuously near the port. A key measure against both stowaways and terrorists intent on sabotage is thorough searches of the ship prior to sailing. These may be time-consuming, but in high-risk ports they can be very effective in safeguarding your vessel. These should be documented so that those searching a specific area know precisely where and what to look for. This information can be put on a checklist issued to the searchers. Remember that searches aren't over until they're over. Don't abandon a search once stowaways or suspicious items have been discovered. There could be more.
If we don't make change, we'll leave ourselves much too vulnerable to our investment in this business. And I respect the important role that all of these identified people, such as ship security officers, play. And I hope that they will take that to heart, will accept the responsibilities, will participate in the developments of the plan and the development of the assessment of their vessels and the ports in which they serve, and that they will take on the responsibility of training their shipmates and at least making them aware of some of the things that will help improve security and make our shipping commerce world that much less vulnerable to intervention by terrorists.
Right, this is the most important access point on the ship, the gangway.
Security training is important to ensure that everyone knows their role in both routine and emergency procedures, so that the plan is effective. Drills should be carried out every 3 months, as specified in the ISPS code, or more frequently where necessary. Preparation is important. Taking part in drills will raise awareness and encourage the taking of responsibility. There are 2 types of drill with which you should be familiar. Searches for stowaways and suspect devices, and boarding attacks by criminals. The notes from the last drill should be reviewed so as to identify what went well, but also what needs to be worked on. A member of the crew could play the part of a stowaway, but the ship's security officer must know where they intend to hide themselves. Safety comes first. The crew taking part in a drill should clearly understand its purpose. They should know the potential dangers involved and the safety precautions they should take. After the drill, those who took part should be able to say how they thought it went.
Like all drills on the ship, it trains the crew how to react in a particular emergency. With most threats from terrorism or piracy, the actual attack, if it's detected early enough by the vigilance of the crew on the ship, can be limited or even completely negated to force the terrorists to give up because they've been seen. Secrecy is the most important weapon from them, the element of surprise. If that's foiled by the crew being vigilant, we can escape their attentions and perhaps not be the victim of their attack.
Now, this needs to be a global solution because it not only affected our country, it affected all of our trading partners. And in fact, nationals from about 90 countries died that day.
Today, security in our everyday lives is becoming ever more important, and security at sea is no different. Being alert at all times is an important part of what you can do to improve shipboard security. More information can be found in the training course that accompanies this video.